got an idea for a stream intro, you just follow my lead.
Alright.
Online. Alright. Say their name and they appear. I believe in Xander and Ray. I believe in Xander and Ray. Because they love them in London. And okay, you're not doing the bit. Cool. Hey everyone.
Hi.
We're in the same room. It doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
We are much like the people who watch Dynamite on Wednesdays, not me. We're sitting through the last 2 minutes of a Big Bang Theory rerun because I'd rather watch that than Chicago Fire or something.
Yeah.
But it is draft night, baby. We'll watch the last couple seconds of 911. I might be able to put like a brightness filter on the webcam if we become not visible enough.
You can turn on that lamp over there.
True. All right, we are getting everything set up. I bought a new car today, for those wondering. And for those of you that are members wondering where's NXT, I'm debating making NXT a premiere for tomorrow right now, just because it's got a really important thing in the episode that I want to see how people react to. So that's why it's not out for members yet.
Yeah.
But
so, yeah. Zach says, "Hey everyone."
Hey Zach. Oh man, parking lots are dangerous in WWE now with Tama Tonga around. You saw the shit they had him do last week, right? Where he fucking T-boned Kevin Owens. Ah, hell.
Are Suicide Doors coming back?
I guess. Ah, hell. Logan's not alone.
Oh! What the heck? Okay.
Is that KSI with him, or is that that really vulgar kid that was at WrestleMania? I think that's the iShow Speed kid. That looks too small.
I don't watch either one of them, to be honest.
No, I don't know who any of them are.
Yeah.
I know who Logan is due to a very specific incident in 2018. I wouldn't have known who he was otherwise. Dom with that mustache is killing me. I'm about to be able to see the chat too. Don't worry, everybody. This laptop's really starting to scare me. So it will just be in the bag, turned off, and feel the bottom of it, like right here. It's just getting really hot really quickly on the bottom, even when I'm not using it. Let's see. All right, cool. I got access to the chat now. So far, the draft is very much, and here's people who are staying on our show with like 2 exceptions. So apparently NXT is going to be part of the draft, just meant we're going to draft people from NXT.
Who knows, Andrew? You know, we still got 3 more hours of this thing, so.
Well, you would think NXT would be drafting people, if that were the case.
Well, Xander, we don't know, maybe. I mean, I love, like, the draft rooms.
Oh, yeah, I think it's fantastic.
I would like it more, though, if, Like, it'd be a lot more money. I understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, imagine if instead of just random extras, like, you put, like, just random... I know Teddy Long was there, but you put, like, just more random extras.
Yeah,
Like,
Teddy was there, the Dudleys were there, JBL.
Yeah.
I imagine Phil is probably the first person drafted. Like,
I do like that they made, like, 2 separate pools for the different nights.
Yeah, I have enjoyed that as well, because otherwise it's like, here's all the main eventers, and now the undercard guys.
Yeah. Do you use...
He asked if we see Judgment Day getting separated in the draft. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we heard Drew re-signed.
Yeah.
We were texting about that last night. I completely passed out after that news broke, but... Yeah.
Also, Camille signed with AEW today.
So they say.
Yeah.
Word on the sheet says, at least.
I mean, Fightful reported.
Yeah, and they're really reliable with that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my laptop to chill out a little bit by closing it. It says there are 14 running programs with Firefox. I've got 3 tabs open. Trying to get to chill out a little bit. You mentioned Camille. Zach just says, who?
Camille, she was a big NWA wrestler for a while. She was the NWA champion. She was at... I'd actually kind of preparing her to go to WWE because she had like an on-screen relationship with Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
So, Camille Latimer. I'm trying to remember her last name. But yeah, she's big. She's very impressive and she's very good. So, kind of like I guess a second stab at a Jade Cargill like figure for him. She's 31, so.
Oh, really? I thought she was younger than that.
Yeah.
I thought she was in her 20s. I'm also just checking the mic levels because I'm back here and the mic's on the floor. We're in a little bit of a different setup with everything because we're actually using my computer.
Yeah.
My computer is here, the one I normally stream on.
Yeah.
So everything is here, like usual. It's just that we're doing it in a different room. It's like on Friday when I was at the old apartment still. Which I just realized the suitcase with all my laundry in it was on screen there.
Yeah.
I literally don't want to air my dirty laundry on stream. But Ray, what's your take on Becky winning the belt last week?
Honestly, I was fine with it.
That's how I felt.
Like I know there's a lot of people who are like, it was Liv's moment.
Well, I've described it this way a lot. A lot of people are arguing with me on it. If Liv's moment was a battle royal that was for a title that was vacant instead of from the person everyone keeps claiming she's destined to beat for it in Rhea, then there's a black cloud over her reign for the entire time she's got it. Becky can shake that. Liv can't.
Yeah. Well, also it's this like Becky has a gravitas to her that Liv does not, right?
Yeah.
And there is a certain aspect to like what I'm doing right now. It's kind of like compare a situation where I've done a storyline where Kota Ibushi was injured and Golden Lovers had to vacate the titles.
Yeah.
I've done it where there was a tournament where people kind of proved themselves to be worthy, but when you're booking a world championship, and especially when there's no tournament where you can like build up a person, you're just doing a battle royal. You really need a big name. You can't have it just be anybody winning this battle royal. And I know Liv Morgan isn't just anybody, but Liv Morgan also isn't a mega star.
Right. And like one thing I heard, speaking of the devil, one thing I heard Steve from Steven Larson say last week about Liv is like, she's been around for how many years, and they still don't see it in her. Maybe she doesn't have it. What? Because you think she's like my thought here is, so you're going back to the Divas era mindset of because she's hot, that's gonna make up for her not being that great.
Also, I'm not saying everybody for sure, but I got in some arguments with people online, where they were like talking about Liv Morgan
Mm-hmm.
in a way that was so off-putting.
Yeah.
Where like they were like, I'm not talking about who were on stream, but like they were talking about her in a way where it's like, why would you talk about an adult like that? And it was very strange, very off-putting, and a lot of the people who are part of like this whole movement to push Liv Morgan, I'm not saying everybody for sure. I know there's a lot of people who do think it was the right time, but also it's like this whole thing of like, it's just weird, soft-putting. You get these fans sometimes, and it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of people get mad at me.
Yeah.
With Liv Morgan, from the second I saw her, right?
Mm.
I thought, okay, kind of a lesser Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
I've kind of always had that opinion.
Yeah.
And I know I've just pissed a lot of people off with that.
Probably. Zach asks, Ray, quick question, when's Big Business, and is it the last special before All In, or Double or Nothing?
Yeah, so Big Business is next week. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That'll probably be a premiere. And so on that card will be the conclusion to both tournaments. Ricky Starks and Jay White. Either Juice Robinson defending the title against MJF or Powerhouse Hobbs, depending on how the main event shakes out on Wednesday. It will be Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in a rematch from All in London. And there's a few other matches that I have yet to confirm. And also Will Ospreay versus Edge for the International Championship.
Oh, I did not realize that was Naya's theme for a second. I've really enjoyed Naya this time around.
I was thinking about that recently.
Mm-hmm.
This is super off topic, but like if I was in AEW right now, you want to know something I would do?
Hmm.
If I were a heel, I would play up purposefully. That's all I do. I'm gonna flip somebody off. I'm gonna flip somebody off. I'm gonna flip somebody off, and then not do it and be like, "We gotta keep it PG, guys. Come on." Got advertisers at home. Like,
see, well now
because now everybody flips everyone the bird. So like the only way to actually get heat is to not do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
A pop for it being Naya's last night on Raw. Also, I will say one thing I really like this, and I realize how much it just sounds like I'm sitting here being a Liv hater, but here's the thing: this is my biggest issue with Liv.
Yeah.
Why? I find nothing attractive about a girl whose entire character is mannerisms that of a 5-year-old.
That's exactly. I don't want to say it, but like that's the thing that's creepy about people who are so attracted to her. It's like, we're
She
attracted.
acts like a child.
Yeah, and you find that attractive? That's now. Granted, there's a like, I don't know.
Choose your words wisely, Ray.
That's what I was trying to do earlier. I think that's really what we're really trying to do when we're criticizing the Liv Morgan fans. But there's a certain air about it. Really.
Also, did you hear Dom's injured? Steph reading the first set of draft picks.
That's good.
Good to see her.
All right.
Oh. Hey, that really does light it up.
Every now and again, Xander, Kmart dies. And then it becomes the zombie known as Spirit Halloween.
It was Toys R Us, I thought.
Every retail, the zombie form of retail is Spirit Halloween.
That's true. Oh man. So for those wondering why I'm at Ray's house, we have been recording the Royal Rumble. Which has been good. We got a lot done. We got just under half the show, or probably about a third of the show done, I would say. We got to number 21 in the Women's Rumble in terms of recording the commentary, and felt like a good stopping point in the recording because we were about 10 minutes away from going live. We're going to finish the show up probably tomorrow morning. I got a Liv figure because Walmart misplaced it and I got $8. Well, nice. But yeah, so I was talking at the start of the stream. I went and bought a car today. That was fun. I got rid of the car I've had for about a year now. Can't pass an $8 video about this. I mean, you can. I'm not really buying figures right now, so I'm passing up a lot of stuff. That said, your boy's got a car payment, which is oh so fun. Being an adult sucks. All right, first round of picks coming any second now. The remix of Stephanie's theme, one of the few times Death Rebel has gotten something right. Pretty good remix.
Hashtag fire different.
Yeah. Typically not one to campaign for someone to lose their job. However, if you're shitty at your job.
What's the star they're all
No idea. Ludwig and Gunther is the first picks. Good picks to start off. I'm excited for this Kaiser push. Okay, no switches so far. Oh yeah, there's Teddy. There we go. There's a big change up. First really big change up, it feels like.
Yeah, so yeah, the Bailey feud won't continue.
Yeah. Pierre says hello, guys. Hey, Pierre.
Yeah, like when we have like the database for clips for the show again, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get like Pierre like a special graphic.
Owens back to SmackDown. Yeah, he's just staying on SmackDown. I don't like that I completely forgot which show he's on, given he's one of my favorites.
I mean, he ended like WrestleMania 39 from SmackDown going to Raw. Then was on Raw for a few months. Then lost House Sami. Then went back to SmackDown. So
Yeah. Yeah, he was on Raw for a while, so probably smart to keep him on SmackDown. Pierre says wouldn't have minded Imperium going to SmackDown. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded that either, but it's alright. Oh, back to the red jacket for Gunther. I don't know. I don't like the bright red on him, I don't think. It doesn't feel like Gunther to me.
if it was like dark red,
Yeah, like what he was wearing a couple weeks ago, like what he wore at WrestleMania.
yeah.
Also, yeah, like I said, in the description, everything. I'm sorry, everyone, for the audio on Raw today. I really don't know why that was happening. I kind of got it fixed for. I got it fixed for NXT tomorrow, but yeah, that was just. By the time I recorded the entire show and realized what happened, I had a lot to do, and I couldn't go back and redo all of the audio.
I could also very well see them giving Ludwig Kaiser a new partner.
I don't know. I mean, the only person I can think to add to the group is like Charlie Dempsey. Yeah, black and blue are good colors on Gunther. Red just feels kind of eh. He's gonna die.
Ah, you himbo gosling, you.
I'll probably go see the Fall Guy. It seems funny.
But you won't go see Spider.
Okay. Okay. Hold the fuck up before you make people think that I'm being dumb.
I'm joking.
I was gonna say, with the context of the movies were only in theater for a day each.
I know.
And I'm the busiest motherfucker you know. I can't just carve out one specific day on short notice, unfortunately.
We're speaking of them re-releasing Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies in theaters.
Yes, correct. Which are my favorite movies.
Yeah. And I went to go see Spider-Man 2 last week.
Which is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. Like I said, just some of the observations I had during the movie. Like, it's just like... Like I was telling you earlier. Why did MJ's fiance announce their engagement when he did? Shouldn't he know who these people are? Shouldn't he know this is probably a bad time? Like...
Yeah. I think your oven's going off.
I know.
Yeah, just letting you know, man. Didn't know if you knew or not. Oh, my feelings!
That's one!
We don't have a slap bet going.
We do now.
So we installed a Ring camera at my house. My wife did over the weekend. I don't know. I keep getting notifications anytime she and her roommate go somewhere. Like, there's someone at your front door. And there's a small temptation in me every time to just turn on the microphone and go, "Where are you going?" But I don't want to be that guy. I was shocked that Jimmy won the title. Well, that was kind of the point, was to shock people with his title win.
Have you thought about just, like, stopping, like... Honey, I am going to the store to acquire Little Debbie's and eggs and milk. I shall return. Love you. Goodbye.
No.
Just speaking directly into the ring.
I might do it one day. Next time I'm wearing a suit, I might do that. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can... Well, let's see what's going on at my front door. Nah, I won't. I won't do that. There's Dana.
You give me rent.
Yeah, no, I've become too powerful with the ability to see what's going on in my house at all times. The paranoia side of me is coming out with it. If I saw a missile, we would have talked to missile on stream because we don't have a way for a missile running tonight.
Is there mics hooked up to it too?
Yeah,
So you can just talk to your cats.
yeah. I could see Dana for a second there. She was just lying on the ottoman.
You're just like, Dana, Dana, Pop loves you.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, my wife and our roommate are just out cleaning out one of the cars, so I don't want to risk one of them opening the door to the house and just hearing my voice and getting scared.
Like they walk in and you're just like, move your body right, mind, feel the beat.
See, an issue right now is my favorite thing to do with my ring is just kind of spin it on my finger, like the knuckle above the knuckle, and well, my fingers are all heat swollen right now, so from being outside for most of the day. So
You get one of those fidget rings.
yeah, I need to. I've been meaning to forever. Oh, there was an Uncle Howdy tease. Oh, King of the Ring starts next week. Given Gunther and Drew and Sheamus are all in it, I feel like it's going to be a really good tournament this year. And it's not going to be, oh, you won it? You get a stupid plastic crown.
This time, you get a somewhat nice gold medal crown.
And a title match, hopefully, maybe. Given everyone's talking about winning King of the Ring and then going on to be world champion. I could see Finn being in it. Is the full Rumble card announced and the same for the TNA show Saturday? Yeah, full card's good to go already. I just don't have the graphics shared anywhere. But yeah, full card's ready to go. You know, Gunther Gargano, Ray and Dom, Tiffany and Mickey, triple threat for the Raw tag titles, and then the two Rumbles. Oh, and then Cora and Roxanne in 3 Stages of Hell. Just, it's too much damn work to do the predictions. Like, it's too much work to then go through and, like, get them all filed and make sure I'm matching everyone's names because sometimes people use a different name or they'll spell it differently or they'll be like, used to be this. Neither Finn nor Priest really seem thrilled with it right now, Nelson. That's true, they don't. Love this from Gunther, taking advantage of Woods' leg being weak. Yeah, I can have more than one friend, Damien. I thought that was just a really good line. 'Cause it's like, well, I mean, it's logic there, isn't it? Wait for Ray to get back. I left my drink in the kitchen. You know, I'd rather, like I've said before, I'd rather have all these commercials in the first hour than a commercial free first hour, which then leads to double the commercials throughout the rest of the night. I was right. Match of the night at Deadline was masked and title. Yeah, and I talked about this on Discord a little bit. I talk about it tomorrow as well. I do like a little real talk bit on NXT tomorrow. I find it so funny that for 4 years, you all were like, well, where's JD McDonough? Where's JD McDonough? And all that. And I finally caved in and just decided to use him because, I did research and everything. And nobody is like, oh my God, it's JD McDonough. Everyone's like, great, it's JD McDonough. JD McSquarehead and all that. It's the after the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more than just everyone gaslit me into bringing him in just so they could clown on him. And of course they did. What?
Yeah, you're gonna tell the people gaslighting you insane.
What do you mean, Ray?
What do I mean? It's always Xander. Blank gaslight me into this. Blank gaslight me into that.
I'm not wrong though. Everyone was like, "Where's JD McDonough?" for the last 4 years because they were all, "Yeah, we want to see him in universe." I bring him in, and the comments just go like, "It's JD McSquarehead. It's JD McBobblehead. It's JD McFunkohead or whatever." JD abnormally large head. It's like, you motherfuckers.
At a certain point, you only have yourself to blame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, in all seriousness, JD and his Bane arc. Yeah, I was very proud of his arrival as Oblivion. Because no one saw it. I would say no one saw it coming. People knew it was him under the mask. People knew, but I think people knowing just made the reveal more like, of course it is. It didn't sour it with it being him, at least in my opinion. So there were 6 rounds of the draft tonight. So imagine 2 every hour, probably. Fightful said there was supposed to be more. Was it Fightful? I don't know. Someone reported there was supposed to be more swaps and call-ups tonight. Double check that I heard that right. Okay, so what flashed during the Gunther and Woods match was just like a picture of a highway, it looks like. I'm not sure. What are you doing in there? Ah. Start therapy for my knee today. I thought it was tough to get through, so I watched episode 316 of 2K Universe.
Yeah, now looking deeper into it, it's not a shot. Camille did not go.
Okay.
Her husband is Brand.
You know, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
We won't get into that on stream.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
That'd do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll eventually get a turn to go do the things I need to do off camera. What are they doing here? I don't think he can do it. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, God.
You broke my leg.
My legs!
I can't feel my legs.
Okay, finally. First, lock the door because that's unlocked. So is the pasta good to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. You were just like, but it's kind of overcooked or something.
Yeah, it's kind of mushy, honestly. I mean, I'm not sure,
I'll at least get a little bit of it. I haven't eaten all day.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're good. No. What I'm the only one who's waiting for that. Where do you keep your bowls?
I put a bowl on top of the microwave, bro.
Oh, I thought that was the bowl you already.
No.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like, you sent me that text feeling. Yeah, there's this great Mexican buffet in my house. I was like, oh God, that's been my dinner every night since I got to town. Because all of my family know that Mexican is like my favorite place to eat. Is my favorite kind of food. And, well, both sets of grandparents took me there different nights this weekend. 'Cause I don't think I could take it anymore.
Maybe I'll add some more seasonings to the top of that, honestly. I got pepper, Italian seasoning, salt. That's what I put on there.
Yeah. Cool. Now I've also got food. Let's see. Nothing new in chat. I'm going on top chat, not live chat over here. Doesn't really make a difference unless you're like, you know, you got like 1,000 people in your chat or something, but. It doesn't taste too mushy to me.
There's now a mukbang this here.
What is he talking about?
Do you know what a mukbang is?
No, I do not.
We would never do a mukbang. Is essentially a person just sits with a bunch of food, oftentimes from one specific place or like in one specific category of food, like just an ungodly amount of food, like enough food to like feed like 8 people, probably. And then they just sit there eating it, and people just watch them eat it.
Weird.
And honestly, like a lot of times it can get kind of gross.
Imagine. I mean, I eat dinner on the stream almost every time I'm live, so.
Yeah, but it's difference in eating your dinner on a stream and then like you're watching some there's some foods that you just don't eat in front of people.
Yeah. Do you think Punk goes to Raw or SmackDown?
I've done that option a few times, eating foods that you should not eat in front of people. I've looked embarrassing for it. I'm trying to keep away from doing that now.
Zach asked, do we think Punk goes Raw or SmackDown? I say Raw. SmackDown's got Cody.
I say, we'll wait and see because, we're also... No, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm actually going to go ahead and say Raw.
Yeah, I unfortunately think that it's just going to be, once again, another night of, all right, 90% of the roster staying the same, but these couple mid-carders...
I mean, I also think Triple H understands that, we have to put something big, so I'm thinking...
You say that. Friday, the only changes we got were Andrade went to Smack.
Well, I know. Well, I'm also thinking, he understands that, fans want, a big thing coming out of the draft. And it's if we have just a good enough pick tonight. Yeah, Xander. Yeah, Xander. Them generals or whatever, they slung that pigskin over the hoop.
Did Taylor Swift win the Super Bowl? Is that what we're seeing a recap of right now?
Yeah, Taylor Swift serenaded them after they scored the winning shot into the net.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
After the goalie couldn't keep it anymore.
Pierre says, I think Punk stays on Raw. However, imagine if he somehow gets drafted to NXT.
No, I was saying Raw because I think the move to Netflix is a big part of it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Netflix, when Raw goes to Netflix, Raw is going to become unhinged.
What I'm hearing is Punk's probably going to drop an F-bomb on Raw. Well, that's nice. Well, that's sweet. Yeah, I wonder what the deal is with like the idea of people going to NXT because they keep saying for the first time ever NXT is involved in the draft. It's like there's been call-ups every year. I don't know. Ugh. Oh, they're reading the. You really think it's a good idea to put this kid who dropped the F bomb 9 times in 20 seconds at WrestleMania on the fucking stand?
They probably had a good talking with the boy.
Who knows?
Y'all know we got a very special guest in the house tonight, Samantha Irvin. Why don't you do a nice intro for the best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes?
You gotta stand up through your whole intro, dog.
And now, with the first pick. With the first pick in the second round of the 2024 WWE Draft, we'll select the Priest of Bracelets, CL.
Okay, buddy, the mic doesn't go in your fucking mouth.
You can tell he was really looking forward to doing that.
You can tell he's one of those streamers. I've seen approximately 5 seconds of his content, and that was a couple days after WrestleMania. He played 2K23 and used a character of himself to have a match with Randy Orton, and then shouted "fuck you, Randy" as loud as he could into the microphone.
I thought that was early AJ Styles from the back there. I can imagine AJ Styles sitting in the Raw War Room like, okay, yeah, now get this guy off television and never bring him back. Logan, I hate saying it like this. I'm tired of you bringing your friends. Quit bringing your friends.
Oh, they finally got called the Pride. I was hoping they would go to Raw because, again, 6 picks in, 1 change.
I am also kind of. I'm a little. At first, I thought for a second, I was like, oh my god, but then I heard the rest of it. I didn't hear Bobby Lashley first. I heard Montez Ford. I was like, oh, did I Montez Ford finally have like a singles thing?
This is kind of a return, but he was on Raw when he left. Four-time champion. What champion? Just 4-time overall?
Let's count.
Universal, 2 Raw tag titles, and the Intercontinental, right?
And if you count the greatest Royal Rumble.
So a full round of fuck all.
Yeah, there were some fans tweeting about this. They were like, why aren't they just announcing the actual changes?
Right. And Cole's sitting here, God love him. God love him.
Trying
Cole,
to sell this.
It's like, sometimes it's not your traditional draft. You got to keep your top guys. Okay, again, I stood by this on Friday, right? You didn't hear my pitch for how I would do the draft. You go in, you have your protected champions, right? And then each GM has 5 names they can protect, right? So Aldous protects, he protects Roman, he protects whoever else, and so on and so forth. And you have Pierce only protect one of the Judgment Day, but not all of them, Thanks, Daryl. Anyway,
Thank you, Daryl.
you do 5 protected picks, and you do it like they used to do the draft, like the lottery, not the lottery of like it's random who you get, but like Raw versus SmackDown, winner gets a draft pick, right? So you guarantee a trade with every match. And then you have each brand able to get a certain number of NXT draft picks, and you make the overall points of the Raw versus SmackDown for 1 bonus NXT pick. So you could spend the whole draft hyping up, towards the end, everyone's already used their NXT call-ups. Raw's gotten Kiana James and Fallon Henley, I don't know. SmackDown's gotten Carmelo Hayes and the D'Angelo family. We know there's 1 NXT call-up left, so now Raw and SmackDown are competing to see who can win the most matches because they both want Ilya Dragunov. I don't know. It just a whole round of nothing right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Because, like, a week before the pay-per-view, they're putting Jey Uso and Logan Paul in conflict with one another.
Yeah.
Which says to me, I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're transitioning Jey. I'm like, okay, this is the beginning of the transition point of, like, he's feuding with Priest to he's feuding with Paul.
Well, Paul's on SmackDown, Jay's on Raw.
Yeah. Mm.
Hi, Scribs in chat. Says, "Hey guys?" Question mark. Hi.
Hello.
Are you questioning your greeting?
I'm questioning us being here? Xander, are we even here?
Holy shit!
Is this the Sixth Sense moment, Xander?
Oh no.
Miss J, you think you can out-yeet me? For all my little gangsters out there, buddy, I've been yeeting since 2017. Yo!
And nothing.
You ain't good when you're alone, Jay. That's why you got kicked out of the bloodline. But the difference between you and I, me and my bloodline, we tight.
In the Judgment Day, we keep it back. Unless you're mom.
Hey yo.
But I just noticed that, like, unless you're Rhea Ripley, they all just wear super baggy clothing all the time.
It's true.
Like, which I get. We find I'm horrified at this point because, like, every decade crosses that point where it becomes cool again, right? Where like a style, a time period becomes really hip again, and everyone kind of adopts that style again. A few years ago, everyone was doing it with the 90s.
Yeah.
And now, finally, the early 2000s have made a comeback in aesthetic. And people are like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Okay, Finn in the glasses is honestly kind of funny. Oh, I already know where this is going.
PC principal once again.
That's an inside joke from about an hour ago.
Yeah.
From right before we went live. He laid him out. Chasing to the damn boy, you got knocked the fuck out. I mean, what are they gonna try and set up? Oh shit. Well, see, that's when you have Braun drafted to SmackDown, and you should do Braun and Logan at the pay-per-view. I'm gonna be real with you though. I'm really happy to see this guy back. I love Braun Strowman.
Yeah, but I assume Braun is going to be doing stuff with,
Oh yeah, with the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this look with him having like the medium length hair, it's a good look on him.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like my Braun with like the ponytail, like the 2017 Braun.
That's his best look.
It was just wrecking house on everything.
Yeah, so it's like, well, now what? Because like you can't just have him feud with Logan for the U.S. title because Logan's on SmackDown. But I'm happy to see Braun back. I've always loved Braun.
Also, Braun just seems like the best.
He just seems like the sweetest dude. I never met him, but I high-fived him once when I was front row at that WWE show. I'm not finished with you. Braun was best Braun. Agreed. Hopefully we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
But
he looks like he's thinning a bit in the hair.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Just go bald, man.
Bald Braun is a good look.
Yeah, bald Braun's a great look.
I do think one of the funniest things for me.
Imagine if he got the beard braided.
Oh man, that would look badass.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things for me is I used a lot of the season to build Braun up.
Yeah.
And I think I've done a good job of at least getting him back to like mid-card, upper mid-card guy.
Yeah.
There was like one person, everyone else was just all in on it. Everyone else was like, oh, fuck yeah, we're getting back to 2017, Braun. This is great. Well, then there was like one guy who was just super vocal. I don't even remember what his name was anymore. It's like, I just don't buy Braun anymore, And like I did the Braun and Edge match where Edge hit him with like 4 spears and Braun still got up and it took a 5th to put him down. Yeah. And he was like, this is just burying the spear for Edge.
Yeah, I wish there was like certain things you could do. Like,
My dog. Yeah. True. Yeah. Here's just inform me that you negotiate some sort of world tag team title match tonight. Oh, dog, that's a good deal, okay? Good businessman. He said we do one now, and we get 2 late. One now, 2 late. What? Like annihilate. Can't. What? Never mind. Don't get the track. Do you understand? We are the WWE World Tag Team Champions. We could possibly be drafted to the NFL and be a football player for the Kansas City Chiefs. You do know this WWE draft, not the NFL draft. I do now. My bad. Who can I talk to? I don't know. Pat Mahomes is here. Talk to him. The insurance guy. I can get a bundle on my house. Bro, it's 2-for-1s all day. We on the road. Let's keep rolling. Quite the negotiating you got there, bro. Really?
Well, damn, Sammy. Gable sold that shit.
I mean,
Part of me wishes he would have gone like the Family Guy death pose when he landed. Poor Hanzo in Discord is just taking this real hard.
what?
The fact that this draft has been a whole lot of nothing.
Well, also, it's just the. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of don't like Sammy kicking Chad like that. You know?
I mean, I get the idea of it as Sammy, you know.
I know, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, no, you should kind of. I feel like you should build that up, right? Like, you should have like Chad be standing there, maybe with the Creeds, maybe holding the Raw Tag Team titles, and then Sammy comes makes his entrance and runs down, starts beating up Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Like pop the crowd, be like, oh! Like,
Learn more at NBCUOpenDoors.com.
I was listening to the Punk interview in full.
Mm-hmm.
And Ariel asked him if he saw like asshole at all.
What?
Did you not listen to the full thing?
Oh, you mean the old bastard.
Old bastard, yeah.
You said asshole, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, continue.
I'm just like, one time at the gym, what'd he say? He said we have to catch up sometime. And did you? Stuff came up there. That's literally how he said it. He was like, well, some stuff came up, Ariel. Like, did you hear that part of it? Like,
No, I haven't listened to the interview in full yet.
in full, it kind of gets hilarious. You want to know something that was actually funny? Was he was in negotiation with them, and Nick Khan apparently said to Punk, like, you know, if we're not able to figure this out by Survivor Series, there's always the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And Punk said, no offense, man, but tonight, if I'm coming back, I have to come back in Chicago at Survivor Series. Like, that's when you do it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was right.
you know.
I mean, my reaction to that is still a lot of people, like I've been told by multiple people, my reaction to Punk's return is like their favorite one. Because so many people were just like overselling, like, no way! Or, oh my god! And I was just like, what the fuck? Phil?
I mean, I think my peak reaction is my reaction to the tag belts on when they were revealed the other things.
I'm not gonna even acknowledge what I just looked at on stream. I'll tell you about it off stream.
You like what they need like also we're waiting to see like what's going on with status.
Oh, he's reinstated.
I know he's reinstated, but you know, I think we're also kind of waiting to see, you know, like what actually like what is the agreement.
Yeah.
And I was telling Xander, like, you know, I know you would agree with me on it. When it's like, dang, because like the unlocked backstage areas, those gave us a lot of abilities to do like multi-person things backstage.
Yeah.
Which still isn't anything you can do even in today's game, even when they do have like 3-4 person backstage brawl.
Yeah, because you can only connect 2 fucking controllers.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Changing wishes to kids. Anyone can help make a wish come true. Join me by becoming a wishmaker at wishmaker.org.
Oh, it's Chucky Ducky.
I mean, Jay Clark, he'll never want people stacked out. Right there. Daniel Priest staying at Raw. My question is, what's going to happen with the Judgment Day? As well as CM Punk. What a big break.
Like, okay. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it could. Imagine if like the go off the air thing for the draft was the Judgment Day was drafted in SmackDown,
I could see it.
and then like so Priest is now alone. They've been teasing Priest going solo.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened? That's the question.
I weren't here. I was there with you back in the day. I know how you really feel about Punk. You changed, man.
Speaking of Punk, by the way, next time to Orlando after the show tonight because Big Joseph will have
Yeah, Spring Break-In Night 2 is really just the, yeah, we're still doing this show. Because they did all the big stuff last week.
Yeah, which I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, so what's night 2 gonna be?
It's got Final Testament versus Axiom and Frazier. And that's about it.
Sean!
Michael Hickenbottom, what are you doing?
Why you gotta be poking this way, Sean?
Sean, you make me angry, Sean. What match is Bronson in here? Yeah, Bronson's not been drafted yet. You know, if he go, I think he should go to SmackDown personally. I think it would be a good shift for him. Okay, we're doing this. However, if they decide to just keep keeping the rosters the exact fucking same with 5 changes overall and like a couple of NXT call-ups, give me Bronson versus Braun. Oh, Ray, I just realized something.
What?
Braun Breaker and Braun Strowman are on the same roster. I am salivating at this idea.
You want to know something I legitimately like do right now with
What's
Bronson Reed?
What's up?
Draft him to SmackDown and just like book him like Vader and Antonio Inoki in Japan with Cody Rhodes.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not beat Cody, but just like show him when I just beat the hell out of him.
I could see that.
Honestly, like I know they won't because he's gonna be part of this whole bloodline story then, but if they want to do Jacob Fatu like that, I'd really love them to do that, like him showing up and beating up Cody.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I would just like I like that in wrestling sometimes. I like it when sometimes just a monster comes in and immediately rips everyone apart.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go put my bowl up and stuff.
Okay,
Would you like some chocolate milk?
that's good.
Okay. Would you mind if I use a glass then?
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck. On the carpet. Good.
Blame the carpet, Sandra.
I mean, I did actually slip on the carpet when I was standing up.
By Sami Zayn back to the corner. But Sami Zayn, how did he take out a man the size of Reed? Oh! That's the thing right there about Big Bronson Reed. He's explosive. He's literally a round ball of muscle. So any hits you're gonna see.
He's a round ball of muscle, huh?
Yes, Sander. Chest clap.
Pat, you're a weird fucking dude. Never change. What?
You can't see it, but there was this dude. Like, I'm not showing him anymore, but he was like just like sitting almost in the exact center of the frame, staring at the ring like fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
It's like a blank stare, open mouth, just.
broke up with a crossbody, picked out of the air by Ray. Oh! Championship, Sammy's got to kick it too. Look at that. That's a power slam, but oh, at the same time, the agility by the big man is just other world. It's just
I've returned.
All right.
Oh. I fucking hate these commercials. She aggravates me way too much.
Oh, it's so. This is based on another character she did on SNL,
Okay.
which is actually like hilarious. The
Unlike that.
the thing is, like, in that like SNL sketch, like the whole concept is like she's like this free, like loving kind of hippie, like somewhat like polyamorous. You can't really tell.
Yeah.
And she's hanging out in a hot tub.
Okay.
She describes as a hot tub. In the raging waters of the hot tub.
Mm-hmm.
But guess who's playing her husband?
Who?
Will Ferrell.
Of course.
So it's like you can imagine with Will kind of playing off of it like, yes, our friend Barbara Hernandez.
That makes it make a little more sense. It still bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I just find her very
And
aggravating.
if I'm remembering right, I think the sketch is called The Lovers. Because they talk about how they're lovers and they think everyone should find a lover.
Yeah. Oh, good news, everybody. When I was out of town this weekend, I picked up a couple of games that I want to do some content with on Sanctuary soon.
Yeah.
So I'm eventually going to get back to that.
Well, also, guys, we got some announcements coming
I let out a little tease about that.
for the end of the season.
Yeah, I put out some links to some channels with no context and just asked people to go ahead and start subscribing.
Yeah.
But Zach asked, do I have any champions from TNA that I've had a hard time booking? And there were points in Samoa Joe's reign where it was more so just who's he gonna fight next. But I don't know. I can really never make up my mind on who I want to have the X Division champion. The X Division title is probably the hardest one to book, just because I never can keep up. I can never keep my mind made up on who I want to keep as the champion. JT asks, what did I miss? Whole lot of fucking nothing. We are 8 picks in tonight, and there has been one change, and it was Damage Control to Raw. Arguably a big change, yes, but still. Everyone else has just stayed where they are, no columns. No Ilya, no D'Angelo, which are like the big ones. But you know, Kiana James. No disrespect to her, just didn't really expect her to get a call up.
God, there's just like every week there's fucking so many people.
Right.
Like,
This is a question probably good for both of us. Pierre asks, is there a championship you've ever felt like you just should have done more with?
the UK title, but I hadn't learned how to be a better booker yet.
I feel like I probably could have done more with the European title. Which, you know, the good thing with that is, if I ever want to unretire the European title, the storyline is right there to do it. Seth hasn't lost yet. He's still got the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And he was carrying around both belts for a long time until Austin Theory canonically stole the European one and threw it in the river.
Yeah.
So canonically, one day, like, whatever city they were in's cleanup crew could fish it out of the river.
You follow like the river into a drainage system, and then like you follow the title as it goes through this massive drainage system, just like the opening to fucking Batman Returns and the Penguin.
And Danny DeVito with the belt.
No, it launches up and you just hear.
I knew,
Very
it was gonna,
nice.
I knew it was gonna be fucking Dan Harrison.
It's very nice, very nice, very nice, very even.
Zach asks, Ray, in your era of AEW, did you have a champion that's been hard to book and a match or a show that you've regretted?
That's correct. I mean, yes and no, because yes, there were things that didn't go as well as I wanted them to, but no, in the sense that a lot of those have led me to certain booking decisions that I really like. And in my time with AEW, it's just been it's been a learning experience. Like if you go back to when I took over the show to now, I think it's night and day. I think it's like I feel like I started out somewhat good, and like there are still like a lot of good episodes. I think in the early part of when I came on.
Yeah, I think there are.
But like I think I'm just a lot more consistent with the good videos, even though my videos are often very long.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of been I don't know, like I've been like maybe I should make my videos shorter, but at the same time I'm like I know it's like a really pretentious thing to think, but it's like I mean Christopher Nolan makes 2.5-hour movies all the time.
Yeah.
Almost all of Martin Scorsese's movies are 3 hours long. Metallica has up-teen songs that are 8+ minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, like sometimes people just like making their stuff have a pretty decent length, and that's what I like to do too. And I will say, like, and I think Xander will agree. I feel like a big shift comes when you're playing the game, and it's no longer like you are playing the match in a way where you're trying to somewhat implement the psychology of the match at hand.
Yeah.
Where it's like you are trying to somewhat wrestle how that person might wrestle that match.
Yeah. But yeah, JT asks me, have I ever wondered who I would have had to beat Samoa Joe if it wasn't Joe Hendry? Yeah, I mean, there were plenty of options. Sami Callihan, Jay White. I think those were the big two before Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Zach says he likes your longer episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, if I hadn't decided on Joe Hendry, it would have been Sami Callihan in that death match I did. And it would have been, like, justified as, it literally took beating Samoa Joe with barbed wire covered baseball bat to beat him. Other than that, like, really, there was no one else that I felt like would have been the right person. Like,
I mean, Jay White, I think, at a certain point.
yeah. But, the only reason Jay White didn't is because we thought he was going to WWE and then he turned out to go to AEW.
Yeah.
Which even then, I know you would have wanted him in AEW.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have gotten to keep him long.
And like I mean, you were talking about this the other day. Now honestly, I don't want to. I don't want or anything, but I do think Jay White's one of the better AEW champions he ever had.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
JT says, I know you said this was too easy, but Josh Alexander was fun. Yeah, and Josh Alexander just. I'm not saying he wasn't the right guy. I'm just saying that putting the belt on, having Josh beat Samoa Joe was just the easy pick. And sometimes the easy pick is the right pick. But that just, it didn't feel right because in real life he was in the middle of like his super long title run. Which of course, at that point, like, he had to forfeit it because of because of his injury that he got and all that, but
Also, to be honest, like, the funny thing is that, like, you booked it. I'm not going to say that you booked it. You had the ideas. You did the thing. But, like, I did see. I almost saw what you were going to do. Like, I saw, like, when Joe Hendry got with Cardona. I was like, he's gonna be with Cardona for a while. He's gonna go into a feud with Cardona. He's gonna go from that. He's gonna be an elevated talent. He's gonna go from there to elevating more talent. He's gonna get out of that. And then I was like, and then Xander's gonna book him and Joe, and then Joe's gonna beat Joe. That's literally what I thought. I was like, Joe Hendry's gonna beat Samoa Joe, and I didn't mean the thing. I feel like that's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, like, and I think a lot of people probably thought that's what was gonna happen, but yeah, no, for a long time I didn't know. Like, at one point it was gonna be Wyndham, and then Bray went back to WWE.
Yeah.
And then
which kind of thing, yeah, because I don't think that would have gone over like as well as.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
And it just all really worked out perfectly as well, the Joe Hendry stuff, because it just so happened that 6 weeks before the match they announce TNA, we're fucking back, and like, we're not gonna be Impact anymore. We're gonna be TNA. I'm like, I now have the opportunity to not make that for the Impact World Championship, but to make it the first ever TNA World Championship match in Almost 11 Universe. And it worked out so perfectly. Zach says, to this day, Sami Callihan and Samoa Joe's got to be the most brutal match in the history of the channel. Yeah, I mean, they beat each other to a bloody pulp and used barbed wire. It's the only time it's ever happened. Maybe Jacob Fatu could have beat him before Jacob Fatu went to WWE. No, I like Jacob Fatu. He didn't feel like the guy to beat Samoa Joe. And like, if you're sending me back in time here, and it's like, end point of the story is Bound for Glory season 5. It's December 30th, 2023 is the end point. That's when Samoa Joe's got to be out of TNA.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, Xander,
so finish your thoughts.
Yeah. December 30th, 2023. That's the last day I get Samoa Joe. He's got to be out of TNA, but can't be Joe Hendry. You send me back in time with that, and I look at my roster and I look who's available. And it's weird. I look at everyone I had on the roster, and it's like, it's hard not to say Josh Alexander at that point, because it's just like, could have very easily just not done the Joe and Josh match I did at funny enough, I had done it January 1st, 2023, so it could have worked that, one full calendar year had passed, and I did the match then, but it's like, I was just thinking of who all I had out of the APA is about to come out. That's cool. But I don't know. It's weird. I feel like if I had, 6 more months, Chris Danger maybe, but maybe Keith Lee.
No, because I'm not saying Chris Danger should win the TNA title, but when Chris Danger does win the TNA title, it's gotta be like Mikey Whipwreck in ECW again, where it's like,
yeah,
almost someone else is responsible for him winning the title.
Okay, here we go. There we go. There's a big shakeup. Oh. Carlito is still part of the LWO in the draft. That's interesting. That's a pretty big shakeup. Hopefully Legato stays on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So help me God.
Please. Say it. Say Legato.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
God love Ron Simmons. He does not know how it's pronounced. He called him instead of Berto, Berto. And he called them Legato del Fantasma. Oh no, he called him Legata del Fantasma.
Who's that Disney character named Bird?
Here we go. Okay, yeah, Drew staying on Ross makes sense at least.
Yeah.
All right, give us the call up. Give us Ilya. There we go. That's a change. Nakamura just feels SmackDown.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn. I kind of feel bad for him because I'm saying, I'm like, is he just gonna keep losing on house shows to Cody?
Yeah, probably. I would have liked Shinsuke to get drafted in NXT. I'll be honest. But thank God LWO is on Raw and
Thank God around with some actual shakeups.
yeah.
I know two of the picks are still staying the same, but it's at least don't worry, they won't keep feuding.
Where's the fucking call ups though? If they do Raw talk after the show and do more drafts on there, we'll stay live for that. It's only 30 more minutes, is what I think it is. So.
Okay.
We don't have to stay on for that, so. I'll get back to my point once Drew's done his promo.
C. Sanders. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
He's the farthest thing from that establishment. He is now a culprit. Arse kisser, the punk. Congratulations, you finally achieved something since you came back to WWE. You hurt Drew McIntyre. WrestleMania, when you attacked me from behind like a coward, you fractured my elbow. But unlike you, staying at home, kicking your feet up, collecting a paycheck, I came to work week after week. I tape it up, and I get on with it because I'm actually a real fan.
Oh shit. Punk's about to be on commentary for the rest of the night or something, isn't he?
Is it good to be alive on a Monday night in Kansas
Oh my God, is he in the megaphone? I thought he had the megaphone. I'd have popped huge if he had the fucking megaphone.
Now that you and I both went to SmackDown.
He said it! He said the thing! Anyways.
Now that you and I both went to SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and I'm making those buildings. I'm just imagining Drew. like.
No, you didn't win, did you? That means you lost. So, what are you asking me to do?
I actually feel like really bad for Maxie.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the point because it's eventually going to lead to when Otis either like slaps Gable or walks away from him. That's when this is going to get really good.
Go out there and win me a freaking championship.
Perk Gable is great. Okay, anyway.
I mean, Niall is just gonna go like eventually. Like, I do know two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
It's eventually going to lead to them being Team Gable. Kurt Angle says he wants to manage Team Gable if that becomes a thing.
come on, bring it on, Kurt. Who doesn't love Kurt Angle? But Zane, I was saying like, okay, if you could rebook anything, what like have a chance to rebook something, what would you do?
Ooh. I don't know. This is tough. That's a really tough one because I'm trying to think of something like big.
I have a big one, I think.
I mean, I've said a million times I'd take Bobby Roode's year-long title reign and do it with Samoa Joe instead. But I already did that, kind of.
I'm not saying parts of the reign weren't good. I don't think parts of the reign were any great. But like looking back on it, I would almost certainly change our first year of what we did with the AEW Championship.
With MJF and into Darby and Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot I'd change too.
Yeah.
You might disagree with me. We were so fucking heel heavy. I would have just done a feel good babyface as the first champion.
I mean, like, also, like, I'll also say this. I think I deserve some credit because Cody has always been over with me.
Yes.
I've always loved Cody. Like, I've always said Cody Rhodes is the main eventer, even when all of you people doubted him.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't fight tooth and nail, but I did fight a little bit for Cody to be our first world champion. And you were like, great, come on.
You know, in hindsight, I kind of wish we'd gone with that instead.
Yeah.
Just been like, well, AEW won't do it. But I had this idea of a Cody and Dustin. And, a lot of people really like that as the tag team champion duo.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah. But I honestly think our first year of AEW was us just trying to be so different from what Tony Khan was doing.
Yeah, now it's not really that hard to do. It's just called watching booking.
Yeah. Well, also, like, I will say, like, Xander, he gave me a lot of credit where he was like, Ray, you told me so much, fill out this roster, and given me so many people. And I'm like, yes, I didn't just trim the fat from my show. That's exactly what I did to help you, buddy.
I mean, you look at it, you've given me Keith Lee, you gave me Brian Cage and Big Bill. Granted, I know you don't see anything in in the last two there. I know you really like Keith Lee, though.
I honestly see something in Big Bill. I just think you really like him. I don't see much in Brian Cage, never have.
Yeah.
Keith Lee, I was sitting there like, he needs to do something. I was like, and if Xander had him, I'm like, I feel like Xander would do a lot with it.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the roster real quick here. You gave me Keith Lee, you gave me Big Bill, you gave me Brian Cage.
Give me Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page I've got. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling through here and seeing who I've got that you've given me. Ethan Page, yeah, like you said. Who else here?
Samoa Joe I gave you for a while.
Yeah, I had Samoa Joe for a while. Women's wise, I got a few people. Like I got Abaddon, I got Sheeta for a few months.
Yeah.
I think Adam Pearce knows that I'm the best possible pick from my big bang role because I care to take this place. Apologies for the open.
Oh, give me this.
Save your breath, cool your porridge. Just came over here to tell you I'm a big
What the fuck? Save your breath. Cool your porridge. You're stepping in the ring there. What you got it on house about? I would just love it there. He's gonna front up like the room. It's not worth it. She's standing there with like a metal pipe. Let me out! I said it's not worth it. Ah!
Let's see. Zach says the highlight of the first year from AEW Universe was the "See, I just kicked Sean" segment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that segment.
That I came to you with that, and you were like, yes, like
I was like, well, we're just doing this, aren't we?
yeah. Which is like you were like Ray is such like people say like oh he's like a logical booker. He likes booking and like he likes booking old school wrestling, and then it's like, see, I just kicked Shaw.
Not controversial. I'm not gonna say the whole line because I referenced the old bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Walked out of the playhouse at the top of my career.
And then there's just everything with Juice Robinson lately. And
There's
all,
just so many great juice lines.
yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Get me, Willie! I'm about to free you!
or oh yeah, Daddy, here I am, longest running weekly, whatever the hell. Ugh, you smell Canadian. Go wash that off with bleach, loser.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's literally like the dumbest insult ever? Just someone going, loser. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
so, like, I have everyone, he calls everyone loser because it's the lamest thing on earth. Like, but like I said, sup, loser! I wonder what this is building to with Candace, though.
I mean, her heel turn is, I probably just leading to her and Indy probably going for the tag titles at least at some point, maybe winning them. Who knows?
But like that's the thing. I'm like, I see so much potential in Indy.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm like, if she's built right, she can honestly feud with Rhea. She can feud with Bianca.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
She's got the size. She's pretty decent in the ring.
yeah.
I mean, she's not the best on the mic. But that's what you can have Candice LeRae there for.
Even though like I'm always someone where I don't know how you feel about this. Like I always have preferred dedicated managers over like a wrestler who also manages someone.
I'm kind of in the middle of it. I don't want to see someone who could be an active wrestler just be stuck as a manager. Max Dupree.
Yeah.
But I also agree with you in the regards of certain things there, yeah.
Well, it's also like when someone specifically isn't a wrestler, then I think you can build up someone hitting them.
Yeah.
And I introduce, speaking of that, I introduced a new one of those on AEW this week. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, like also like you think the thing is ridiculous now. Wait, I showed Xander a sneak peek of what I'm cooking up for the coming weeks. And,
Oh, yeah. None of you are ready for what Ray is cooking up.
yeah.
Leo has been drafted to Raw with the LWO despite what happened this past Friday night.
So with LWO and Legato now on different shows, are we gonna go back to Rey Mysterio feuding with Judgment Day for 6 months?
Which is why part of me hopes Judgment Day gets booed.
This video is Happy Dragon League. Calls for an match at WrestleMania. Carlito realized
If that's the case, you could do Ray versus Damian in a like a 1 month title feud. That could be fun.
Possibly, but also I'm like, there comes a point where it's like you can only have the legend try again to win the belt one last time so many times before it's like, okay, now I don't believe you.
JT says, I've seen Superstar shakeups that have been better than this. I like the Superstar shakeup concept. Because at least then you were guaranteed changes to the rosters.
You just had a bad name.
I didn't mind it too much.
which means we still
That's kind of how I used to do the draft in Awesome Universe. I mean, that's actually kind of still how I do the draft, but of course this year we're doing a dedicated draft video, right?
Yeah, why? Yeah, we are. Why does Dominic look like Oliver Tree? I know you don't know who that is. He's a music artist. Shiny like a limousine. If any of you know who Oliver Tree is,
But, like just to dwell back on the Superstar shakeup thing for a second. I really liked the Superstar shakeup because, like I said, the concept was good of like, yeah, you were always guaranteed people to go to different shows, but also it brought for some like good shock moments, like that first one they did where Kevin Owens comes out on SmackDown with the U.S. title and he's talking all this smack, and then suddenly Sami Zayn also got sent to SmackDown. But I will say there were some things I didn't like there. But it's funny, like the Superstar Shakeup's kind of how I did the draft. I remember for some reason back then when I was doing that, someone commented one day like, "Hey, how are you gonna do the draft going to?" I think it was season 4. Like, how are you gonna do the draft going into season 4? And I was like, probably the same way that probably the same way I've just done it every year. People just showing up and was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why aren't you doing draft picks? Because you'd rather see just a graphic of this person is coming to Raw pop up instead of, oh my god, this person is on Raw now?
yeah.
I was like, you're going to remember this really well, right? When we did NXT Fallout, and it was a draft style video,
Yeah.
there was a guy in chat the whole time just like, this is the best video in the channel's history. Because we were doing a draft this way. No matches or anything.
I don't know.
Oh, people confuse me sometimes.
Yeah.
And I know I dwell on stuff with the comments more than you do, but it weighs on me a little heavier sometimes.
Don't get me wrong. I don't care what people comment sometimes, but also I'm like, guys, I'm not saying this is the right thing. I'm not saying you should be able to do this. I have a thing
Okay.
where I can just process anything that hurts me in an unhealthily quick way.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen you do it. It's weird.
Yeah.
Together as one. New Goldfish Crisp, light and airy.
And according, that is like breaking the rules a little bit. According to many mental health professionals I talked to, I am also like one of the most frighteningly aware people. Like I know I have all these mental health problems, and I'm aware of all of it. Like
Yeah.
there might might be a time, honestly, with some projects coming in the coming seasons where like I talk about something that doesn't allow me to open up about it more. But that'll be for season 6 stuff.
Yeah.
Well, for season 6, but for next year.
So Steve from Steven Larson put out a tweet.
What?
Drew would like me. In any modern arena, those places are so fucking hard to figure out. We're probably going to be seeing cutaways all night of him trying to figure out which fucking skybox Punk is in. Honestly, keep doing that. Just keep going clips of Drew kicking down doors looking for Phil.
And it just eventually, like it just gets like more and more like cameos are in there.
Ron Simmons, I just saw you.
Big story down. Mick Foley!
Bang bang. Hello.
The 1985 Super Bowl champions, the Chicago Bears!
Backlash starts at 11 a.m. this weekend. That's going to be nice, I'm not going to lie. Oh, here we go.
I'm coming back!
Hey, he's not in a sling anymore.
Yep.
I know he said on the SmackDown post show he's not terribly far from being back. I mean, he's been out for 5 months or 4 months almost.
Yeah, well, also, like, we were basing a timetable off something, off his other shoulder injury he had. Which, if you actually, have you listened to the Punk part interview he did where he talks about that?
No.
Oh my god. Like, so he's like, I got injured on an AEW show. Was waiting for them to call me about, like, doctors setting up appointments, setting up treatment. They never called
Oh,
me.
yeah, they never set anything up.
Yeah, they, like, so he had to find his own surgeon, like, do all the things himself.
Yeah.
And, like, and then he hurt his shoulder at SummerSlam, or at the Royal Rumble. And I think he said, like, Monday when I showed up for Raw, they had, like, a doctor, like, set up already, like hey, we have this guy, he's best in the world, like.
Zach says, what about TNA? What about TNA? What are we talking about?
And also, like someone said today, and I hate putting this on because, like, you know, we don't know. But at the same time, yesterday, MJF announced that, like, he couldn't avoid surgery and he had to, like, go under and all this stuff. I'm like, this is also on AEW, like.
Yeah. You missed what Punk started the promo with.
What?
He said, I'm going to do this in less time than you were world champion. So I got about 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Pat, start a timer.
And you say, I hurt your elbow? Good. You prayed for me to get injured. I did that to you. I thought you maybe got hurt just sitting on Twitter and tweeting because that's all you're good for. And that is why I was drafted before you. I'm not mad. I'm not out for revenge. You've given me purpose.
Ignore the two cameramen standing right next to Drew McIntyre and the reflector light.
Oh, Zach says he was talking about Hard to Kill because Backlash starts at 11. I think it starts at 11. I don't know. If that's the case, it'll just Backlash will be in the evening. Rumble already has to be in the evening because I have to go to dinner with my or lunch with my in-laws.
Oh, that'll be nice.
It will be. It almost started a big argument, but just because of the Rumble thing.
Well, you love your in-laws.
I do. It was just frustrating to have to change one of the biggest shows of the year around, or something I only got told about yesterday.
Yeah, it happens, right, guys? You see what drew his mouth to him?
No, I didn't.
He was like, he literally.
That match at SummerSlam is gonna be great because I assume that's the goal. The goal is like, oh God, is Punk gonna cost Drew the belt in Scotland? They can't, right? They can't do it again.
Also, I'm like, Gunther could win.
Just- I feel like Drew has to win the belt. Hey, it's Teddy!
Drew hit the Teddy dance. It's Punk hit the Teddy dance.
Hey, I
Oh.
love your plays.
Well, I'll call him by your better name, Medusa. I know a lot of people don't watch old wrestling, don't know
All right, Judgment Day stand on Raw. You're right. That would have been really cool if they went to SmackDown as the last pick, but
yeah.
it's all right. It's only round 4, so we still got 2 rounds left tonight, which is
No,
good.
it's ruins, Xander.
Nah. So Naomi's not going anywhere. Kind of tells you Jimmy's going to stay on SmackDown.
So is Bianca going to Raw?
No, she was the first pick on SmackDown on Friday.
Okay, so they just made 3 separate picks out of Cargo, Naomi, and Bianca. Aren't they supposed to be a team right now? I thought Bianca and Cargo were supposed to be going for the tag belts.
Oh, here we go. NXT call-up.
Illa Dragunov.
Who's Illa Dragunov? Who's that? That's not Illa Dragunov. Fuck you.
Oh my god, to Raw! Gunther!
Oh, yeah.
Yes! Put him in Imperium! Do it!
I'll put him in Imperium.
Yes!
Why?
Because then you can build in Xander. Slow betrayals. That's the thing in wrestling now. Slow betrayal.
Ilya's like, they're going to make me wear a hat? I do not think so.
He pulls out one of those traditional German, like, big fluffy hats.
Finally, Ilya getting called up.
H-bomb, torpedo Moscow. Unbeatable.
There you go. That's a shake-up. I was kind of hoping Chelsea would be a free agent because nobody wanted her. I was hoping that with conflicts with management have been an issue. Unlimited potential for success. That's fucking fantastic.
I love Chelsea Green.
I do too. She's great. Like, I just think there's potential in a storyline of her being a free agent, though, because, like, nobody wants to deal with her.
And also, like, seeing all these videos, man, poor Cameron Grimes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Cameron, keep your head up. You'll bounce back.
He will. He's going to kill it on the Indies. Like, I don't think it'll be as big as, like, Cody and Drew and Cardona. I think he's got potential to do, like, a Cardona, though. Or, like, an Ollie, you know?
You're right. It's just her mannerisms.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
Like,
And it's like, this is the big thing with me. She's got like 5 different gimmicks and she can't pick between any of them. She's Revenge Tour, she's Crazy Extreme Girl, she's got the mannerisms of a 5-year-old.
she's happy for some reason now.
Yeah, she's always just manically happy. I don't get it. Chelsea fumbling her way to being Queen of the Ring. That would be fantastic.
Like, if, honestly, like, if Chelsea Green, like, fought in, like, cargo pants and a top and was like Lita and just bleed and get, like, then I might get into her, because then her look would contrast with
You mean
the
Liv?
style.
You mean Liv?
Yeah.
You were
Like,
saying Chelsea. I was
like Liv, yeah. Then I might get into it, because then her look contrasts with her style, you know?
yeah, like she was called the Queen of Extreme for a couple weeks.
No, but if, like, she actually did that, and, like, that, like, as the gimmick, that actually might be cool, because then, like, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pierce is honestly give me Tiffany and Chelsea as a team. That could be fun. Zach says Pierce can no longer say he needs a drink because Chelsea is gone. He doesn't just say that at Chelsea. That's just kind of his thing when things get too chaotic.
I love how either everyone here agrees with us on Liv Morgan or doesn't even want to challenge us on it. Because there is, like,
They're copium on that one.
yeah, it's like, we don't want the arguments. Because you know we're right.
So I assume this match is going to be Nia dominating her for the next couple minutes, and Liv is going to get like a DQ win or something.
I'm just kind of tired of all the same people feuding.
Yeah, fortunately Nia's going to SmackDown, so she'll get some fresh feuds there.
Hashtag fresh feuds.
Good
Yeah, I did hear a rumor that, like, maybe they're going towards a storyline where Liv Morgan takes Dominic Mysterio from Rhea Ripley.
That could be fun.
Yeah,
Maybe.
okay, like, that could be cool because Rhea's not gonna be gone long, so it's like you have a storyline where, like, Liv, like, seduces Dom.
Yeah, and they kind of teased it last week with them having a little awkward encounter.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you want to find just a solid character to slot Liv into, just have her be part of Wyatt 6. She's already, like, engaged to, I think. Dating, at least, Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
So-
but then, like, again, she immediately runs into the Alexa Bliss comparisons again.
Have them both in there as a tag team.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, I think Alexa Bliss is kind of better than Liv Morgan.
I mean, I agree.
Like,
Yeah, you got Howdy, Rowan,
better
Strowman.
promo, better in-ring worker, more athletic.
Yeah. But, like, in my mind here, I'm thinking, like, you know, if it's going to be Wyatt 6,
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy, Rowan, Strowman, Bliss.
Yeah, but if you're doing, like...
Who are the other two? Like, I know a lot of people say Joe Gacy, but what connection does he have to Bray other than he had a Wish.com Bray Wyatt gimmick for a little while? I don't think they have any connection.
Yeah, and also, like, Schism is such an unfocused group.
Well, they're not even a thing anymore.
Yeah, like, Ava Rain was part of it for a bit. Like,
Ava was part of it, then became the you know, the GM, and then GYV. Well, I could see them. I was talking about this on SmackDown. I think they might be doing a Diesel and Shawn thing with her and Nia.
It'd be fun.
I'm not exactly thrilled that it's Chris Pratt as Garfield.
Man, there's no Chris Pratt plays all the roles.
Man, I'm just saying, if you had to have a Parks and Rec actor be Garfield, Nick Offerman as Garfield is right there. Picture it, Ray. You hear it now, don't you?
He's on sorry as the dog.
Odie doesn't have a voice though. Odie doesn't. Odie's the only character that doesn't talk. Nermal would be the guy that plays Tom.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah, Nermal's like Garfield.
Honestly, though, I might cast Ben Schwartz instead of that role.
No, Nermal's like hyperactive.
No, but John Ralphio's hilarious.
Oh, you said Ben Schwartz. I thought you said Adam Scott for some reason.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz. I love Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
He plays Sonic.
Oh yeah. That's my sister. She's the one.
Speaking of Ben Schwartz as Sonic, I've not watched Knuckles yet. I didn't have time this weekend. Heard there's some not so okay jokes in there though.
About what?
Certain thing that happened in the 40s in Germany.
Oh. What?
I'll type it out for you. I'm not gonna say it out loud on stream.
Yeah, thanks you two for not letting us talk about.
No, I mean we could. I just don't want to.
Make your refrigerator glow hard. Of an AC fan motor. But your future is bright with an American Home Shield warranty to protect your covered appliances and home systems. Are there bees behind me?
My bees are staying.
We talked about this. American Home Shield. Don't worry, bee warranty.
Because waiting for gold, we have legendary Reese's peanut butter cups versus newcomer Reese's medals. Who will be the winner?
Just let me know when to scroll.
This is the mark of the fun. A rich, full-flavored novel, crisp, refreshing taste, a reward for those with a fighting spirit and brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know who okayed that, but it's not really okay. Like,
And it's not like you can't even like say like that was something taken. Like
hold on, I'm making sure I didn't just like show it. Yeah, we're good. I was making sure I didn't like just show it on the webcam without realizing it. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, no, just. Whew. I'm gonna have to bite my tongue during that joke in the show when I get there. Because I'm still gonna watch the show. I want to do a review for it on one of our new projects. People kind of know what the new projects are already.
hey guys, we just came out of the commercial break, so we're going to another commercial. Like, how long do you think it is till we get like just sponsors everywhere?
Not long. I mean, the pay-per-views are pretty much already that.
Yeah, but I'm like, how long till weekly TV has like the UFC, like where it's like is Netflix gonna want a logo on the canvas?
Yeah.
Which I'm not even necessarily complaining because, like, you know, like most sports have that level of sponsorship, so it's not even like, you know.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully we'll get just like a big shakeup that comes out of nowhere soon. Zach says, hear me out. We can get the Naya dream match with Jade. I don't know so much that I'd call Naya and Jade a dream match, but other than just like...
I'd say that's a fun match.
Yeah, I think people use the term dream match a little loosely nowadays.
Yeah, the condition good by AEW.
Yeah. Well, Ray, don't you know Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta is a dream match? It's been building for 5 years.
Not too savvy. Never going to be able to pin her whenever you're that close to the ropes. I knew that all.
It is city history, so I know what you. Oh, I wasn't like trying to act like no one would know what I was talking about if I said that. I'm just saying that I didn't want to directly talk about it, Zach. It's not like I was trying to go, oh, if I just worded this, no one will know. It'd be, oh, if I worded this, people will know, but I won't be actively talking about it. That's the point. It's not me trying to act like I'm smarter than you. It's only most of the truth. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I said this earlier. I think I ended up forgetting to say it. I wouldn't complain if Nia was the one to beat Bayley for the women's title. I think it would be kind of funny. Oh, hello, Naomi. But yeah, I would say while you're in the kitchen, I wouldn't be too upset if Nia was the one to beat Bayley. I think it'd be kind of funny. I swear to God, if we go to a third commercial break during this match. God love her. Nia sold it as best as she could. I have no opinion on that. Major win. Hi again, Booker.
Many superstars' careers. So, what do you think of some of these top picks?
No, the question is who's next? Is it going to be Trick Williams? Is it going to be Roxanne Perez? But I must say, congratulations to the one man, the man dragon, Ilya Dragunov. This kid's on his way. He's going to get to a hell of a
Thanks, Book. I love the insight. And excuse me, so Adam, I know you've been stuck in the war room all day, but I was hoping you could provide some insight on how this draft is panning out for Monday Night Raw.
Oh, I feel great about it. New foundation overall. There's some good wrinkles added in, but sometimes it's the pick you don't make that sticks in the heart. My favorite pick of the draft is the one I gave you. Chelsea Green to SmackDown. Nick Aldis, I hope you pray a lot because hallelujah, she's all yours. On that note, it's time for me to go make a couple more picks. Picks are in. Continues live next on Raw. A tennis racket, Pierce.
Why the fuck did it play that bum 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 as Aldis walked away, or not Aldis, fucking Pierce walked away, like he's a fucking supervillain or something.
Why was Pat just trying to make a Cornette reference?
I didn't hear him.
He was like, bring a tennis racket.
Maybe because of the red suit.
Yeah. I mean, Cornette, he gets more and more shout-outs on TV.
Apparently.
You can't deny Xander. Like, that's the thing about Jim Cornette. Everyone gets mad at him. You can't deny. For someone everyone calls old and out of touch, he still has a lot of influence on the business.
Apparently.
I mean, like, Punk name dropped his podcasts.
Oh, I know.
This deal won't last long. Support it anywhere you want now.
I'm not the only one who heard just like the bum bum bum, right?
I think that was like a bass drop part of like the Raw theme song.
There are 15 people that have been confirmed to be changing shows during the first 4 rounds tonight. Really? Doesn't feel like that.
Well, because like, well, that's because 2 Picks had 8 people.
That's true. Actually, no. 2 Picks had way more than that. The LWO had 6 people. It was 10 people total because LWO had 6 and Legato was 4, so
Yeah.
10 people right there. So 6 went to Raw in 1 move.
Yeah, damage control.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Try that one slice. You can use it on your pits, chest, and even your toes. Oh, that's fresh. Please don't ask for a spicy reference.
You'll do good, Shang-Chi.
I think the thing that's bothering a lot of people, and this is what's been bothering me most, is like there's been no big moves. It's been like just like the biggest move was, damage control.
I feel like they might be saving that for the last round, though.
Maybe, but it's like all the main eventers are done at this point. Randy, Seth, Drew, Punk, everyone like
There's something
that.
we're not thinking about.
What I can think of.
I mean,
The energy within.
Adam Pearce came out and said, Raw selects John Cena.
Cena's only around like twice a year though.
And so that'll get some attention, and maybe you could get him around to come up more.
Not with Peacemaker filming for the next 6 months. I think Roman pulling out of the draft is a big part of it because, if you'd had like a Bloodline to Raw pick, that's all anyone would be talking about right now.
Yeah.
But they're keeping him on SmackDown. Nah, SummerSlam's in Cleveland this year. Also, they changed the SummerSlam logo. I guess it's officially the silver logo now. I don't hate it.
I mean, not change up the logos.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Oh boy.
the one logo that somewhat always kind of stayed to what it was is the WrestleMania.
So I will say, I don't really care for Wrestle Talk too much anymore, but I watch their 3 words or fewer that they do because I think that's fun. And I think it was Luke. His 3 words for Pat McAfee were a bit much. To which I 100% agree. 3 hours of Pat, a bit much. And now he's on the pay-per-views. Like it's Pat, Corey, and Michael on pay-per-views. It's just a bit much for me.
So, in other words, like, I cannot wait till football season comes back.
Yes.
And he has to.
Because then maybe, we can go back to Michael and Wade. And, like, we can do, like, maybe Byron and Corey. Or something like that. Just the telestrator is a big part of it for me. Here we go again. Poor Bully Ray ain't gonna get past the WWE payroll allegations anymore on Busted Open, is he?
Look, I'm just gonna say it though. It's like, yeah, these 2, and none of the other 4. Don't pay attention to the fact that none of the other 4 are here. Do not bring that up. Like,
I mean, other than Spike, does anyone remember anything about the other 4? Am I wrong?
wrong other 4.
Oh! What should be the other 4 Dudleys? Because there were like 6 of them at one point.
No, I meant Jeff,
Oh.
Matt,
Edge and Christian, yeah. Matt could be back. He's a free agent.
Nah, but I think he'll stick in TNA where he's allowed to just go insane.
Oh yeah, he could be part of YS6. You never know.
Yeah, but I still think YS6 is gonna be a fairly controlled thing.
Yeah.
And nowhere near as unhinged as Matt probably would want to go.
Yeah.
Because Matt's Matt, man.
All right, here we go.
Is What's Up finally making a comeback?
All right, all the phrases out. Let's do some draft picks. Give me the D'Angelo family.
Guys, we all saw your 45-minute Hall of Fame speeches.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. I think you and I have talked about this before, Ray. Without Biggie, I have no interest in those guys anymore.
It's not like I don't have any interest in even if they still have Biggie, it'd just be like,
Run its course.
yeah, you've been around for 10 years.
Could have, maybe swapped those 2 teams around. Pretty Deadly to Raw,
Well, I'm happy because that means Pretty Deadly gets to hold the pretty belts. Like, could you imagine, them with those WWE Tag Team Championships?
Oh, NXT call up. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about her getting the call up, but that makes sense. I assume they'll probably stick her in a story with Becky because, they're both Irish.
Hey, they'll have a great match. I love Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, oh, and she's who beat Becky for the belt.
Yeah.
Good for Lyra, though.
Hey, I mean,
Hold on, I'm looking close. Is Trick's belt not rainbow anymore? No, it is. Yeah, I see it now. I was getting my hopes up.
No, but I honestly am like that. This is it's great situational booking. It's like, okay, champ's out, put the belt on Becky. We got this girl who beat her in NXT. We'll draft her up. We have this storyline, boom, ready to go right now. We're back on track.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, it's like, great, under pressure booking.
Yeah. All right, something good, please. There we go. Probably means Gargano and Ciampa to SmackDown.
I mean, that means they get to hold the pretty belts. So.
Assuming Ciampa doesn't turn heel first.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm doing it on the World Tag, but they're not bad.
Not as bad as the pennies.
Yeah, but
There we go. We're getting some shakeups now, so that's good. Although I will say the fact DIY is yet to be drafted is killing me.
I hate that those sunglasses have made such a prevalent comeback with everybody.
You know what I hate?
But,
The fact that Miz has been doing this entrance with Truth for 2 months now, and he's still late on the what's up.
I feel like it's on purpose at this point. Oh my god, they didn't even get an entrance.
No, they're not winning.
Alright, guys. I gotta pee.
All right. I mean, all these big shakeups in the women's division. Okay, then. It's time for women's mid-card. Stand by. And by that I mean on SmackDown, we need a women's U.S. title, and Chelsea Green needs to hold it forever. Thank you for coming to my tent.
New York style pizza is Domino's best pizza yet. Made with our fresh, never frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. Rumor also has it that you might have to fight over the last slice. Order Domino's New York style tonight and see for yourself.
Yeah, give us the women's IC title on Raw, a women's US title on SmackDown, or the other way around. That way you got one of each, you know, on each show. That could be fun. Women's US on Raw and the men's IC on Raw, and then women's US and men, or women's IC and men's US on SmackDown. Why not? You know. Oh, Arnie. State Farm's who I use for my insurance. Their commercials annoy the hell out of me because their spokesperson, they took a joke that was like just a dumb joke like fucking 12 years ago and turned it into a completely different person, first of all. And now his whole personality is his name is Jake and he works for State Farm. So I'm glad that Arnie is their commercial guy right now.
I wish they bring back the actual Jake from State Farm. Just like the he's got.
Mobile savings are calling. Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more.
Okay, so they might. So do you think Chad abandons them tonight?
Not yet.
Introducing Domino's new New York style pizza. Made with our fresh, never frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices.
So I just saw someone say NXT, not in the chat, but someone said somewhere else that NXT is being gutted. 5 people have gotten called up. It's not gutting.
Well, also it was 5 people who everyone was saying should leave anyway.
Yeah, Corbin, Kiana, Ilya, Lyra, and Melo.
Braun.
Braun got called up a while back. But yeah, no, it was like. But yeah, no, NXT's doing fine. They got such a deep division that they have space for a women's mid-card title that they're bringing in NXT. And not just that, they've also, you know, got all these new people coming in from the level up, like Javon Evans and stuff. Like, you know, I love Baron Corbin. Everyone knows I love Baron Corbin. He doesn't really have a place there.
Yeah.
He's done his stuff. Do I wish he and Braun Breaker had gone to the same... Jesus, Tozawa! Do I wish he and Braun Breaker were on the same show so that Wolf Dogs could be on the same show on main roster? Yes. However... Good God.
And always like, I'll Ziggler myself. I'll just sell so insane.
Ouch. Yeah, it's probably ball game, right?
No, I think I think they're gonna milk it.
Yeah. I feel like we could get the heel turn. The Creeds haven't been drafted yet. Put the truth crushing finale in 2K25, cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gable's turning on them soon. You know, they've got the side plate options on the belts. I'm surprised no one, that the team Awesome Truth haven't gotten side plates yet.
I can't believe that we fell to the fourth round. What is that?
You're surprised that you fell to the fourth round? Guys, week after week, you've got involved in my business, tried to help me, and you failed miserably because you didn't talk to me about it. Look, when it comes to Jay Uso, I appreciate it, guys, but I do not need your help to pick it.
Honda says, give me 3 years. By 2027, I'll have a WWE contract. Hope to see it happen. Good God! I know that's not legit. It's makeup. Still.
I get this done. You.
There's some real class athletes out here.
Don't stop.
Here to suffer, and here we are. $500,000. I'll do whatever it takes to get there.
There are 30 minutes left in the show. There's still a 6-man tag match and the final round of draft picks.
Yes, it was. Get their crazy program out here and get 6 months of Disney bundle on them. And it's all good. That's right. Stream on the go with 6 months of Disney bundle on us. All your favorite content from Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus is all yours. And watch it all on the new Galaxy S24 Plus, also on us. Only on Verizon.
Time is busting Margaret's biggest myth.
That cold water can't clean.
Okay, so here's the list of people still available. DIY, Apollo Crews, Bronson Reed, the Creeds and Ivy Nile, Final Testament, Giovanni Vinci, Caden and Katana, Natalia, New Catch Republic, Odyssey Jones, and Tegan Knox.
All right.
Shocked that like DIY and the Creeds are still in there.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray. It's a
Hmm.
great the after the after.
They haven't advertised that there's going to be any more picks on Raw Talk, so I'll keep my eye on it. But if there are going to be, I might just watch it off stream while we talk, because we got to talk the season 6 rosters post stream.
Yeah.
Zach asks, when do you see them pulling the trigger on Finn versus Priest? Couple months. They're not going to just do it immediately.
Now, well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing in 2024 at Roblox.
Walmart Plus members save on delivery, gas, plus so much more. Join today.
Nature's Recipe knows a dog's best life is measured in wags. That's why every recipe is made with carefully chosen ingredients like chicken, sweet potato, and pumpkin. Fuel your dog's best life every day with Nature's Recipe.
So apparently Lyra Valkyria's reaction when she got drafted was all legit, because she didn't know she was called up or was getting called up. Which on one hand I like, because she got that really cool like emotional reaction. On the other, you're going from living in Orlando to being on the road every week. I feel like it's kind of a big thing you should get a little more alert of.
Yeah. But at the same time, probably when you get to a certain point, they probably tell you like, "Hey, you're at like you're at a
It's coming.
point. Yeah, like, hey, you're at a point now where like any day we could need you to go on the road. So you just gotta get your life prepared for that if you want to keep going. Like,
Becky and Io will be fun if we get that. Hell, any of those potential matches will be fun. Also, shout out to Becky for being a real trooper, like cutting her month off short, come grab to do this title reign. Okay, you got the GMs doing the picks. There's got to be something big in here.
oh yeah, that's a Cornet suit.
There we go. That's a big shakeup. Scarlet X Factor of the group. Sure.
You know, like let's keep Cross going. Let's
Yes. Hell yeah.
And here it comes, Satan's music.
The Austin Theories theme song version 4.
Xander, when I die and Satan is approaching me in the annals of hell, that song will be playing in the distance.
Bronson staying on Raw makes sense. Alright, final pick of the draft. It can't just be, we're taking New Cat Republic.
Imagine if it was just like Cameron Grimes.
It's just Odyssey Jones again. Oh. All right. No D'Angelo family. Unless they get like a post-show call.
Yeah.
Which could happen. I'm really happy to see Blair getting the call up, though. That's our Miss Money in the
Now,
Bank
I
right
will
there.
say, NXT's women's division. Big cut it.
Nah.
They
were-
just lost Roxanne.
No, there's not Roxanne.
Roxanne, I think she's announced as like pretty much like.
No, she's the champion.
But didn't they pretty much say that she's on the way out too?
That's her story. Her story is that she wants to leave, but she thinks she's gonna get drafted. But no, she's the champion. Apparently, according to Fightful, there's no plans for her to get called up anytime soon.
Dang. Let's not talk about her boyfriend.
They've not been together in years, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Osprey's married to someone else. Osprey's married and has a stepson.
Okay, forgive me for not diving into the close relationship.
Okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't know this if there wasn't one person in our chat who every fucking premiere that Blair is on, every time Blair comes in, he goes, "Here's Will's ex." And I'm like, that is probably the least important fact about her. You know, she's Miss Money in the Bank in the Endless Living Universe, former member of Fight Factory, done all this shit. The fact she used to date Will doesn't fucking matter. Zach said, so do you see Nick Aldis snapping one day? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Just kind of letting the GM ship run while it does. I ain't that worried about it. PR says, didn't see Javon Evans winning Iron Survivor. So, there's not much I can really say there without spoiling anything, but he originally wasn't the planned winner. I just had to keep shaking. I had to shake things up a little bit just due to some unexpected changes with season 6. But I thought the idea of there being 5 minutes left on the clock and him being down by this many points and just scoring as many roll-ups as possible in the last like 5 to 4 minutes was just a really cool way to do it. Like,
Are they? Why didn't they do that though?
what?
Imagine, like, instead of you did that whole spot earlier at the beginning of the match, when Andrade was making his entrance, the Judgment Day went down and like took out Andrade before the match started, and then Braun Strowman ran out and like reunited with his old tag partner Ricochet, and then like it was like, yeah.
They could do that. You never know.
I mean, like, I kind of honestly, when they won the belts, the part of me honestly assumed the Miz and R-Truth were holding them through the backlash. Because I feel like the Miz, due to who his wife is, would probably get cheered in France.
Yeah. But it doesn't even seem like they've got a match at Backlash. I think the biggest thing I have a problem with the American Home Shield commercials is the fact that I'm watching them late at night in a dark room and it's those fucking bright white screen.
2 separate times now you brought up your issue with American Home Shield's advertising.
Because I have a legitimate problem. I do this watch along every week. You don't.
I do this watch along every week, and every week I have to watch the American Home Shield ad.
Correct. I have to watch that annoying woman go, home warranty, over and over.
Yeah, that woman's been really funny in some stuff, though.
I'm sure she has. However, even my favorite actors have shit that they annoy me in. Except Willem Dafoe.
I mean,
I've never disliked Willem Dafoe.
I honestly could probably show you some movies that would make you.
I'm sure. However, do not do that.
I like.
Don't you dare ruin Willem Dafoe.
Have you seen the movie where he plays Jesus?
No, but that kind of sounds amazing.
There's a movie where he legitimately plays Jesus
That sounds amazing.
called The Last Temptation of Christ.
That's fantastic.
It's literally so. It was Passion of the Christ before Passion of the Christ, and it actually got like really railed at the time
Okay.
because it depicted the idea that Jesus was tempted to sin.
Sick.
Yeah. And apparently, it got like a whole bunch of people upset because they didn't like the idea that he was even like hinted that he could, or even had the urge to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a great movie in my opinion. But yeah. Martin Scorsese, Willem Dafoe. Yeah, I thought you were actually supposed to say it.
Yeah, but at this point, he's just like, Dafoe is fine. I know it's actually William Dafoe.
No, it is Will.
Well, it's Willem because that was his childhood nickname.
Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe.
Right.
Ah.
I have a beer that I brought with me that's in your fridge, and I am tempted to go get it just because of you right now.
Go ahead.
I'm good. I'm too tired to drink tonight. That'll be something I deal with on Friday.
You know what they say, you mess with Dafoe, you got to go.
I thought they said, can the Spider-Man come out to play?
And can you give me a hint on how to have some personality traits? Like any.
God,
At
y'all,
all.
I love Ricochet. I do. However,
Yeah, like you were laughing at that joke because a part of it's true. Like, can you teach me?
Oh, hey, the Undisputed Era.
I love Ricochet, as I said, but like, he is really entertaining when he's in the ring. But
Yeah. Well, it's still Jay's entrance, so Ray, your thing could happen.
honestly, and now, like every time I hear these Death Rebel theme songs, I'm just reminded of the much better CFO set versions.
Yeah.
Like Ricochet's original entrance theme song.
Like bum 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 bum. One and only.
Yeah, that epic theme song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you know, we're pretty much allowed to use whatever we want for themes in all Sylvan universes.
Yeah, I know that. I know we do, but also I'm like, I feel bad for them because like they have to feel like really bad. Like imagine being a wrestler, like you used to have like this really cool theme song, and now you come out with this.
Yeah. So, boom, 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 boom.
I mean, the only people who got a worse deal with WCW in 1999.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened in terms of music for that year? Have you heard about that? Oh no, it was everyone got new music.
Mhm.
Everybody on the roster, conveniently, all from the same music company.
Yeah.
Conveniently, that had been co-founded by Eric Bischoff 2 years earlier.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And all the music sucked.
I really like how Andrade looks nowadays.
Me too.
He just feels like he's presented a little bit bigger than he used to be. I don't love the Batman Black Mask guy, literally the villain Black Mask, but
I'm a fan of Black Mask.
I don't hate it.
I'm talking about the character.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't hate it on Andrade. I just don't love it, you know.
Yeah. Like, honestly, it was the best part of Birds of Prey.
Never watched it.
Honestly, you could watch it for Black Mask.
My wife loved the movie. I just never watched it.
Ewan McGregor plays Black Mask.
Oh, nice. That might tempt me enough to watch it.
Yeah.
It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
You ever heard that story? That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I've heard that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm going for with the long hair. I want to get to that Obi-Wan point.
Yeah.
I'm at like episode 2 Obi-Wan right now.
God, like,
Or no, I'm not even at episode
you
2 yet.
feel like, I feel so bad for Judgment Day now, because it's like, you lost Dom and you lost Rhea. You lost the two who had been kind of getting their heat lately. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for Damian. I'm happy he got the belt, but like, I know he was technically a tag champion going into Mania.
Yeah.
But like, he was so lukewarm before going into Mania.
Yeah, you're right.
And now he's like having this pressure of like being world champion. And you have Finn, and Finn could easily be elevated to something bigger, but he hasn't been used effectively lately. And then you have Jordan Devlin, who's literally been used to eat the pin whenever it's not Finn. So
Pretty
it's
much, yeah.
yeah, so
Except for on the Raw after WrestleMania, where all of them got pinned except for Damian, obviously.
yeah.
Like, you saw that. Where fucking Cena, Miz, and Truth pinned all 3 of them at the same time.
Like, guys, the special thing about someone like Jordan Devlin is everyone else can win.
That is the nice thing with JD. Like, I'm not...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why have Finn lose? Why have Dom lose? I mean, you could just have JD win if you need Judgment Day to take a loss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The finals of WWE Speed got taped last weekend.
Ricochet won, didn't he?
Spoiler alert to everybody. Yeah, Ricochet is the first ever Speed champion. What I was honestly more surprised about is apparently Gargano beats Bronson Reed on Wednesday.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I also announced the 32-man Flash Fury tournament on Friday.
That's fun.
And for those wondering, yes, now that he's been unmatched, JD McDonough is in the tournament. He's no longer Oblivion. Although I had a really cool idea for Oblivion, I had literally hours after the airing of Deadline where he got unmasked. Yeah, I feel like I'll talk about it because I'm not going to do it. But the idea I realized was what would have been really cool is he unmasks as Oblivion, but then suddenly Axiom is jumped by 2 more Oblivions.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not that Oblivion was Jordan or Jordan Devlin, whatever. Oblivion was JD McDonough. JD McDonough was the leader of a new stable called Oblivion.
Mm.
And they all unmasked to be new faction members.
Mm.
I don't know. If that happens in a couple weeks on those women in NXT, you heard it here first. Because I think it's actually really cool.
I thought you were going to suggest a mask under his mask.
That was going to be the punchline when Xander number 3 eventually unmasked.
Yeah.
It was going to be like the Sting thing. Like where Sting takes off the mask to just reveal his face paint. But yeah, no, I might do that. If it happens, you'll know where it came from. Pierre says that would have been cool. You think Jey Uso has any chance at winning this weekend?
Nah.
I don't think so either.
And the sad thing is, if you built it up more, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, you only just, like, Damian Priest just won the belt.
Yeah. I'm really glad Blair Davenport got drafted, though. Let's see, what did...
What's this?
Yeah, the SmackDown women's division is looking good.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name.
You know, Ray, one day, the lineup of the 6 is all going to be on one show in the real WWE, and we're going to look at each other and go, royalties. One day, Cody, Ricochet, Theory, Drew, Raquel, and Alba are all going to be on one show. I consider, or Jade, if you want to replace Raquel or Alba with Jade in that regard. I consider that lineup to be my favorite version of the 6, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Drew and Alba were at the same point once.
Yeah.
That's my favorite version of the 6, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Flying insects with no odor and no mess. They work continuously, so you.
But I will say this most recent version, Cody, Aldis, Ricochet, Theory, Solo, and Jade has also been a really good lineup.
Yeah. And now we're in the new form, I guess, where we're not really sure on who's,
Yeah, they don't have a 6th right now. It's just 5. Which I feel like they've been the 5 more than they've been the 6, haven't they?
Yeah. No, but like that was almost intentional because that was the thing in the boys too, with the 7.
Yeah, he's like, what? Right now we're at 5.
Yeah, no, like oddly, like I know you said why do you keep kicking people out, and I kind of couldn't go forward and keep going, like because it was kind of the thing they kept doing in the boys where they couldn't have 7 members.
Yeah.
Even though it was called the 7.
I mean, yeah, you look at at this point, season 3's been out for 2 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3 came out in 2022, didn't it?
So, I also saw, like, I'm not sure if it was a leak or a fan theory about Black Noir in the next season.
Mm-hmm.
Black Noir is going to come out as this wisecracking
That'd be interesting.
joke thing under a Black Noir reboot.
Neat. I could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm like, yeah, no, season 1, they become the 7 when Lamplighter retires and Starlight joins, immediately knocked down to 6 when
When, like,
Translucent gets blown up.
at the end of episode 3 or 2.
Yeah. And then they stay the 6 for the rest of the season. Then Stormfront joins. Then she's out, and the Deep gets kicked out, and A-Train gets kicked out. So they become the 4.
Yeah.
And
then you have that horrifying scene with Blind Spot.
Yeah. And then they get the white guy that also runs fast to replace A-Train, and then he gets his head blown up. And then by the end of season 5, or by the end of season 2, A-Train's back, so they're the 5 again.
Yeah.
Start of season 3, they get the Deep back on the team. That incredible meme. And can't even remember the guy that joins. I know who he is, but he's dead within like an episode.
Sonic Boom or something.
Sonic Boom, something like that. Supersonic, I think.
Yeah, Supersonic.
Yeah, and then he's dead almost immediately. And then like by the end of season 3, it's like Starlight's left, Maeve is quote unquote dead, Noir is dead. And so it's technically 3, but they're doing a rebooted Noir in season 4. And then there's like 2 new members that they already announced, like those 2 new chicks.
Yeah.
And so I assume member number 7 is going to be like a big reveal or something.
And they also, they're not certain whether or not he'll be part of the 7 in the next season. But they did reveal Tech Knight in Gen V.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm eventually going to watch Gen V. I got to get around to it.
Yeah. And I love how they did Tech Knight. They didn't actually show any of his suit.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually see his bad suit. Like, you got to actually interact with, like, the guy who actually is technically, like, the Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And they really introduce, like, the detective aspect where, like, anyone's talking to him, he goes, "You are lying right now." He's just, like, he calls it immediately. He can instantly read people.
My roommate wants to watch it with me, so I got to set up time to watch it with them.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about JJ McDonough, he's so good.
Yeah, I knew. I know they don't do it all the time. You know, it's like, oh boy, it's like, oh boy, this like the top heel team versus 3 baby faces in a 6-man tag. How original for a main event.
It's pretty much what it's been ever since Judgment Day formed.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's been pretty much like the default Raw main event for the past 11 years. Just changing what team is top team.
yeah, except for the last 2 years, it's been the fucking Judgment Day.
Yeah.
It's like, I love Judgment Day. I do.
But before that, it was like Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, and all them.
Oh, yeah, the Artist Collective.
Yeah, and then it was like Baron's guys.
Baron Corbin's Mid-Card Vortex.
Yeah, and then before that was the Authority for fucking 5 years. Like,
Yeah. And in that time, the Shield also. They were the top heels for a while.
yeah, but that was the time where I was actually good.
The Wyatt family as well.
Yeah.
It was always the Wyatt family versus John Cena and 2 people. So yeah, no, I mean, for the last fucking year, it's been Judgment Day versus Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, slash friends. And lo and behold, it's Judgment Day versus Jey Uso and friends. I'm hopeful to see Braun get thrown up into at least the upper mid card.
Yeah.
Hell, give me Braun and Priest for the belt. Why not? I'd be into it. I'd probably be the only one that's into it, but I'd be into it.
This one's it. Wipes his hands clean. Got Uso up top. Uso no drops underneath. Awesome arch off by Check. And now man of that Jey Uso out to the apron. Uso's got Priest in the drop zone. Down at Mysterio now. Causing the distraction. Baby and Priest like JD McDonough. Shimmy Uso off the top rope. Reese up into a super kick. Spin off the apron. Another one.
Are they gonna have Jay pin Damien? Or did that count as a pit? Or did Damien accidentally punching Finn in the back of the head count as a tag?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess the punch to the back of the head counted.
Hmm.
All right then. Hey, Andrade with a win in the main event though, and Ricochet with a win in the main event. Man, you know, imagine showing that team to someone in 1987. I don't know.
No, it's Saturday at 1.
Oh, is that one? Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. I was reading the fucking start time of
Pacific.
not even that, the press conference the day before.
Mhm.
That match is gonna be fun. All right then. All right, I'm gonna pull up Raw Talk just for a minute to see if they do any draft. Like, start with any drafts. If they don't, we'll call it a night. Ray and I'll just put that on in the background while we talk the season 6 roster, because we gotta work on getting that a little more finalized, because there's been some releases and stuff that have messed with it a little. Misgender.
I know
I missed some already. Maharaja out.
you do. I am nothing without love. I'm a ship stuck in the sand.
Okay, like I said, we'll give it a minute. If they say, oh, we're gonna have some draft picks tonight, we'll stick around for a minute. But probably nothing huge. I imagine there'll be like 1 or 2 small NXT call-ups on the post show. I mean, you know, Dexter Loomis is still a free agent. That's all I'm saying. Where the fuck has he been?
Imagine. They won't do it. They won't do it, Tanner.
Okay.
Because they're mean.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, you get Dexter Loomis to SmackDown too, and the way Forbes again on SmackDown, Gargano turns on Ciampa, and then,
I mean, it could happen.
and then Johnny's like, Austin, you belong with me.
Yeah, I mean, they've teased the idea of splitting up A-Town Down Under sometimes. I could see them doing that.
Imagine Johnny just extending out his hand like, Austin, come back home.
Come to my son.
Where you belong.
Join me, son. Together, we will rule SmackDown.
We will rule over this tag division with these beautiful belts.
I mean, honestly, heel Gargano leading the way on SmackDown. If that happens,
Royalties!
Yeah, Ray beat me to it on that. Ray beat me to the punch a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, though, we implement the top heel faction on SmackDown a good bit.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the thing I'm proud about with, like, Season 6, how I'm booking it so far. Like, a faction really is in control at the top of my version of SmackDown for a while.
Isn't or is?
Isn't.
Okay, good. Because probably time we take a step back on that for a little
Because,
while.
like, we did the Undisputed Era,
Yeah.
then the Way,
Yeah.
then immediately went from the Way to the 6, and the 6 has lasted, like, 2.5 years. So...
We're coming up on 2 years.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years.
No, but like the 6. No, but also like they had the regime before that.
Yeah, the regime became the 6.
Yeah, so and, like it was pretty much like pretty much 2.5 seasons, full seasons Because I feel like everyone can guess like it's going till Mania.
Yeah.
So
They ever gonna start their coverage? Says it'll begin shortly.
Xander, don't you know the war room right now? They're just yelling.
Over who gets
Who
Odyssey Jones.
Yeah, it's like
It's a screaming match. Pierce and Aldis are gonna come to blows. Someone's got to get Odyssey Jones.
like it's like Robert De Niro screaming in Silver Linings Playbook, like, I will fucking fuck you, you motherfucker!
I am happy that DIY is going to SmackDown though.
Alright, here we go, Raw Talk.
It's been upping the stakes kind of with every faction from the UE to the 6.
I mean, the tectonic plates definitely felt something, but shaken to its core.
Okay, I feel like we're not going to get much worth talking about. I don't think the people want to see us sit around. I know people might want to hear us like talk more, but we got to figure out these rosters. So I'm going to be honest with you, Ray. I don't think the people really care about watching us sit here and react to where Giovanni Vinci is getting drafted.
I mean, what if it's announced he's going to NXT, Xander?
Vittoria. Someone's got to get Odyssey Jones. The WWE live shows have been getting Odyssey Jones. Oh, but Ray, who's going to get Omos? He's not been drafted yet. Was he even in the draft pools?
Azkaban.
Hold on, was Omos even in the draft pool now that I think about it? Or is he just like declared free agency permanently? Someone posted a picture of the Seth Rollins Omos match from Backlash last year. Omos really gave us a banger and then dipped.
For Monday Night Raw, real good first round pick because as Gunther made clear last week and made clear with his actions this week, he is on a course of absolute destruction, and it's something that I'm gonna want to tune into. And when you got a superstar like that on your show,
Yeah, Omos isn't in the draft pools at all. So
Of course, you couldn't risk losing that kind of talent, Xander.
Omos to NXT though? It could happen. Pierre asked did Shinsuke get drafted. Yeah, Shinsuke got moved to SmackDown. I believe he was in round 3.
It's a rumor right now, like on the dirt sheets and stuff, but there's a rumor like going around that like WWE might want to like bring back Evolve more
Mm-hmm.
as like an actual more developmental
Yeah.
thing because NXT is barely developmental.
I mean, you know, if they just
I do
decide...
think that WWE should have some form of a development where they can like specifically send people to work and not be exposed to such an easily accessible audience, you know?
Hold up. Dijak just tweeted out, hey, I just got drafted to Raw BT Dub. So we might get something on here. Unless he's just being Dijak, which I know you don't really use Twitter, Ray, but Dijak on Twitter is fantastic.
Oh my, I hope he is going to Raw.
Okay.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Him and Drew McIntyre.
Oh my god.
Just going back and forth on Twitter.
That would be fantastic. I remember Drew tweeted out like the what did I do to deserve an empty-headed fucking dumb fuck bit, but he censored the dumb fuck part. And Dijak responded with, Hey, could you tweet this out without the censors? I want to know what the fine is, but I don't know if I can afford it.
Focus.
I know you can, though.
Monday Night Raw when Future made his he declared for the King of Ring tournament, and then after
Yeah, you see that red jacket.
That red jacket, like the burgundy jacket, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
the red, like what they got Kaiser in that render wearing. No.
Like, and I understand why you can't. I'm like, could you do a leather?
Nah, it doesn't really work going through that well.
No, you really couldn't. You want to know why?
Why?
Then you look kind of too World War II-y.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
Just seeing if like anything has gotten actually shared about the draft of Dijak, because quite honestly, Dijak on Raw might make Mondays even better. So the thing is, I feel like the reason he didn't get drafted, if he didn't, is his contract's up in like 2 months and he's not signed yet.
I could see him leaving now.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't, but I could see it.
Yeah, but like him and Keith Lee had such a big rivalry.
Yeah.
Even before NXT, they had a rivalry.
Yeah, that's why they hired both of them.
Yeah, so I'm like, could he follow Keith Lee? Does he want to follow Keith Lee?
Yeah. I'd rather see Dijak go to TNA personally, but you know. But
Well,
also,
of
I
course,
feel like
if he did leave, I would let you have.
I'm not even saying that, but like, I mean, in all fairness, though, Ray, with that one, that doesn't mean being like, well, I have Keith Lee, so it wouldn't even really matter to you. What are the odds Keith Lee sticks around with his contract? So, because Tony Khan ain't really used.
Yeah, but also I feel like Tony Khan would try to re-sign him, and like we know from a certain extent, Keith Lee has certain problems when it comes to like his health.
Yeah.
He has for a while now. You know, unfortunately.
I'm joined by Imperium for the first round, first pick on Monday Night
So, you know.
Gunther just looks so handsome when he wears like the long sleeve shirts. He's just a handsome man.
Anyone out there surprised? Are you surprised? Of course we are the number one draft. I mean, look.
I know I've said it a lot. I know I've brought him up twice already tonight, but if you put the shades on Ludwig Kaiser, he legitimately look like Greasy Princess.
My God, why are you dwelling on this?
No,
Notice that my brother.
look at the facial hair.
I know.
Look at his hair. Look at his head shape, and imagine you put the shades on. Greasy Princess.
Ray.
What did your brother say to that?
I didn't send it to him because I couldn't get like the side by side.
Saying in German.
I might honestly just upload a picture of PC Principal under that picture of him and Shane.
Please don't. Please don't, because then I'll hear it. I'll get told, Xander, your friend's an asshole.
Oh, come on. Your dad would love that.
No, my dad would not, probably.
Thank you so much, Kathy. I'm so impressed by Future. You know, he loses his Intercontinental title at
I know last year they advertised that there were. And last year they announced they were going to do extra drafts on this, but it's like Friday they randomly announced like 7 or 8 extra drafts on the post on social media after SmackDown. So
Well, also they have a whole other hour tonight.
yeah, but it's like we're sitting here with like 10 people still undrafted. Like we're sitting here, I think Ivar maybe. I don't know. I think he was.
I was drafted.
Okay, was he? Yeah, I think so. You're right. I think he was drafted on Friday.
That's all it.
Well, you're sitting here, you got Giovanni Vinci,
Yeah.
Odyssey Jones.
All the scraps go to NXT. That's
That's kind of what I feel like is going to happen, man. I
That's
feel-
literally the rule. Like, all right, guys, we have the draft pool. We can put some people from NXT. Put in some people from our shows. Put in some people from your shows. We're on SmackDown. We're gonna go one by one. NXT, you're gonna take what's left. Sounds very good. Wait, what? Anyway, wait, when do I get my draft picks? Like,
Okay, it looks like they've got draft results coming up next, so maybe that's the rest of the drafts, and then at that point we can go. If that's not it, then we'll call it there. Because quite honestly, I don't want to listen to Miz and Truth on the post show. I love both guys, but I just don't got it.
we have heard like 3 promos from them tonight.
Yeah, and we got like a whole fucking roster to sort out. Really, it's not much. It's just a couple small adjustments that we gotta do, but still.
I am looking forward to that match because I do think they're gonna have a great match.
Oh, Cody and AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
This could also be really it for AJ.
Like his last big match, yeah.
Well, there's a rumor this could be it for him. Period. He could try it.
So currently, Backlash has only got like 5 matches on it. I think. Let me check. It's got Cody AJ. It's got Damian and Jay. It's got Bianca and Jade versus Damage Control. It's got. I'm looking it up, people. You don't have to put it in the chat, just so you know. I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's got 5 matches. It's got Cody and AJ, Damian and Jay, Bailey, Naomi, Tiffany, Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca and Jade, and Randy and KO versus Tama and Solo. So I could see them adding at least 1 or 2 other matches to it.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not going to be like what happened in Australia.
Mhm.
Because you weren't to wait for it, Ray.
Uh-huh.
But at Elimination Chamber, they had a kickoff match. Kickoff show started at 3 in the morning. And then... So it was 5 matches total. Kickoff show started at 3 in the morning and had a match on it. I was live 5.5 hours for 5 matches. There was 45 minutes between a match at some point. Shinobi and Hanzo were there. They suffered with me. Carol was there. She made a rare appearance. She suffered with me.
I was sleeping.
Kind of wish I was.
So much going on.
So do you think they're gonna make a triple threat for Elimination Chamber?
You mean Backlash?
Backlash?
Possibly. I could see it. Could see them adding that. Could see them maybe adding Street Profits and A-Town Down Unders on Friday.
I do miss the old, like, because when I first watched the draft, it was like, it was its most exciting format with the...
Yeah, the lottery.
Yeah.
I kind of miss the draft lottery, too. That's what I was kind of alluding to earlier.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about, like, the graphic in general. Like,
Yeah. I just will also never forget, like in SVR and the early 2K games, the draft in that, where you would play the draft and you would get like the draft result, and it would then play the entrants who got drafted, and you would have the same 3 people get drafted back and forth. Like I had Daniel Bryan get drafted to SmackDown, then back to Raw, then back to SmackDown across it all. Okay, I don't think we're getting anything tonight.
alright, guys.
All right, we're going to call it there. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. Drive home safe. Tip the waitress.
Spend near your pets. All that jazz.